Yeah, why don't you
I
start us
mean,
off then, Jacob?
but let's just make sure, let's all agree not to be too long-winded. All right, I'll start us off with my 5. Let me pull up my
Right.
list. I actually have an honorable mention. I have 2 honorable mentions. Can I mention those?
Nice.
Um, or should I
I do
wait
too.
till I'm about to say my 1? That's what I'll do. I'll give my honorable
I like it.
mentions before I say my 1. All right. So, all right. My current top 5 artists. My 5 is Holvey. Now, if you would have caught me 2 or 3 years ago, he would be higher up on the list.
Yep.
Holvey's. I'll just give a little bit of praise to Holvey real quick because Cry was amazing. That was his last project, but even a few of those singles that have come out very recently, and Bounce Back with Keon Boone, like there's just some good work lately. And I would say that, yeah, like right when Cry came out, I would have probably put him a little higher. But not all of this thing like Bring Heaven Down is great. Rain on Me not as great. Um, was there a third one? I don't even remember if there was a third one, a third single so far yet.
It's like Spirit something. I don't know. Keep
I don't
going.
think so.
There were 3. I'm
But
pretty
also
sure.
some like features and stuff. It's like whatever. Yeah, I mean he's top 5. He's a top 5 artist, and I think we all know why. Like I don't even have to explain it too much. He's just that guy, so creative. He has paved his own. He's marked out his own little lane in what he's doing right now. I think. I feel like Holvey's a guy I don't really have to explain too much. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. He's my 5. I'm gonna type it in here, and we can move on to Luke. You want to go next in case Josh isn't ready yet.
Yeah.
With your 5.
Well, I didn't put them in an order, which I guess I should have done.
Do you want
Josh,
time to
do you
think
have
about
an
it?
order? If like I need like 30 seconds probably. Are you good, Josh, for a number 5?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, do it.
Well, I definitely have several honorable mentions, but we can talk about that later.
Yeah, give him before
Yeah.
your 1. That's the good time to do it.
What's up?
Yeah, if you give the honorable mentions before you say your number 1, then that way people will
Yeah,
still not know like who's not on the list yet, you know? Anyways.
yeah, for sure. So I'd say number 5, like just talking about like influence, like yeah, like this person's or this artist is very talented as well. But I think they get this spot for me because I think they just have a lot of influence right now in Christian hip hop. Is No Big Deal.
Mhm.
Um,
Respect. I respect that.
like
Yes.
the people we became, I think is like, would be an honorable mention for like greatest Christian hip hop album of all time. For me.
Really?
And I have a lot of honorable mentions for that too. And just spoiler, like that is one of them. For sure for me. I've returned to that a lot. But then like he's just got bars. Like his most recent project with like Kato on the track, like yeah, like there's some misses, for sure. But like he's got bars, like we talked about Menorah last episode. And like that's just phenomenal. Like lyrically, he's just very great. He's just expanded what he does so much, and he just is, between Holy Smoke Fest, between Indie Tribe, and just I feel like a lot of other things. Like he's really just building the culture right now, as well. And so like for me, he gets that spot.
Okay, so number 5, actually went with Andy Mineo, and has he not dropped for a little while? That's kind of why he's at 5, but he's about to pull around, and I don't know. I think of all the bars that just have free run in my head, like a lot of times they're Andy Mineo bars, and again, his Arrow Sword project just such a special place. But just with him kind of being on the D low for now, that's where he lands.
Word. All right.
Hey,
Any
Cruz
disagreements or do we
is
move on to
listening
round
in on
4?
the conversation.
Huh?
Yeah,
Cruz is
I
listening
think it would
in.
be cool. What if we find a way to make a group top 5 where it somehow combines all of ours? I don't know how that would work, but
We could
keep
no, that
going
would
to
actually be
go.
that'd be such good content because we would disagree so much. We should actually like hash out a top 5 all time list. Like top 5
Yeah,
artists all time is what we should do next
Hey,
one.
that'd be a good
Anyways,
episode for the Patreons. I don't
but
know.
we
we love
have
the
our
Patreon.
individual.
Anyways, all right. I feel like with 5 we don't want to disagree too much, but I really hope we disagree some as we I want argument. Anyways, all right. I'll give my 4 then. Is that chill?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This is gonna be one that like this is like gonna be good. All right. Here we go. My 4 current is Swoop.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
The last thing he's done was his project at the beginning of 2024, I think.
Called what?
We Go On, and it is this really conceptual, about it's a shorter project, but good amount of tracks for what it is. Beautiful conceptual album about him grieving over his mother's death, and
I remember liking it.
it is so like applicable across the board for people who deal with grief in any sort of way. It is so beautiful, so lyrical, amazing production, like S tier production, and it's his production too. Taylor Gray feature is amazing. Lecrae feature amazing. Jackie I think is on there too. Um, it is it is a phenomenal project, and that was the last thing he'd done. Even though it's been a little over a year since we've heard from Swoop. Swoop is a guy who I think is really hitting a second win, a second prime, if you will. And I cannot say how much I freaking love that album and how much I love Swoop's production generally in the last 2 3 years. And so he's my four, dude, because I think he is a genius. He is the Kanye of Christian hip hop, because Kanye is not of Christian hip hop.
Oh,
So let me type in
that's a
Swoop
good
here.
statement.
I
What's up?
actually like that statement a lot. That's good.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I love Swoop. I love him.
Has he produced on many other projects or
Yeah,
like
dude.
any
So
other notables?
well, so Taylor Gray. I'll just say this now. Taylor Gray is one of my honorable mentions. If he had longer albums, like a better discography, if he was more
Yeah,
active
that's
right now, I would put him. But I'm a huge Taylor Gray fan. I think that one of his songs is maybe a top five Christian hip hop song all time. That'd be Elohim. And you guys have heard me say that, I think, before. And so, yeah, Swoop produced that song. Swoop produced, I think, um, the majority of Taylor Gray's last three albums. Swoop does a lot for Lecrae and Reach.
True.
Yeah, he's kind of all over the place in just weird spots, But also on the Swoop note, like another thing too is like he had, I think, the best verse on Bodega when that came out as well, which is another more
Hmm.
recent project.
Mhm.
Swoop's verse, I think, is at least top three on that project. It's probably my favorite. And it grew on me too. Actually, it wasn't my favorite off the jump. But anyways, yeah, love Swoop. That's my four.
Okay.
My turn. All right. I have someone who I think has really impressed all of us. And someone who like is just really impressing a lot of the like bigger names. I think they've impressed Lecrae and KB a lot. They have a great project out. Um, yeah, Tory Deshawn.
Ah,
Um, yeah, yeah, bro is incredible. I don't even think he's peaked yet. Like,
No.
I'm still waiting for it. And like if this is where he's at now, like he like lyrically, and like with flows, like I think is like pretty close to KB, honestly. And like bro's not even peaked yet. And just creatively is incredible. Like conceptually, Come and See is just so beautiful. I've been brought to
Yeah.
tears by that album. And just if we're gonna talk about any tribe, like yeah, like every time Tori's on a song, like it's usually the best verse. Like Mandatory is incredible, Still Holy. Pulp Fiction verse is great. I love that he um it's not a sneak diss, but he jabs at Caleb Gordon. I love that. Um
does he?
yeah, yeah, he
Yeah. Wait. Can
says
you explain that? I've
Dude, I gotta peep
mostly
that.
not.
What the frick? I peeped it.
I
Dude, I started saying peep because Tory Deshawn has a song.
exactly.
Anyways, not even kidding.
Pull
Oh.
up the lyrics from Pulp Fiction, but
Is that the
just
song that
really
was gonna be Spider Verse or no?
no, that is like me.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right.
Let me pull up Pulp Fiction by Indie Tribe,
I got you.
explain this a little more.
You want me to read the
Um,
bar?
you have it up? Yeah, go
Yep.
ahead.
Um, well, where does
I
it
have
start?
two.
Is it these privileged rappers or further down?
Um, it could be, but what I
You saying it's
wanna,
not a
what I,
sneak diss? It's a pretty explicit diss.
I think I wouldn't really call it a diss. I think he's just kind of acknowledging the state of Christian hip hop at the moment. And he does it very well. I'll just read what I'm thinking about.
Okay.
Um,
Sorry.
he says Christian music lost a molar because we bite too much, we fight too much, uploading stolen songs for profit, copyright too
Oh,
much.
Bro.
Caleb Gordon had a project called Copyright Infringement where he just literally uploaded stolen songs. Which another conversation we could have on here is how much I dislike Caleb Gordon actually.
I love
Um,
that album.
and yeah, like Red Tips has done that as well. A few other people, they just like steal a beat and then upload it and like get a whole bunch of streams. And I think that that's actually really bad for Christian hip hop, because it just proves exactly what like a secular person would say, and that like, Christian artists aren't original or they're not creative, but like, that's just not true, because we have guys like Tori Deshawn and, you know, No Big Deal and Andy Mineo and Holy and Swoop.
Whoop, there he is. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, like I just think Tori acknowledged that really well, and like, I don't even mean to go on this tangent about it, but like he's just very aware of the state of things and then is doing his best to change it. And also he says like if I wanted come and see to be big, then like I would have had different features. I think he said in one,
Dang.
like he's doing what Lecrae does, is he's literally like bringing on smaller artists um onto a song, and like I think he's helping them to shine a little more, even though some of the songs on Come and See suffered a bit because of those features.
Wow.
Like I think it's still really great that he's doing that. But yeah, the deluxe was great. The album was great. His work on all of the Tribe stuff he's been on, and just the fact that he produces a lot too, and his production's incredible. Like, he has to be on the list right now. Because he's doing a lot for Christian hip hop as well, and he's just so talented. So
If Swoop is the Kanye of CHH, I would say this guy is no, gosh. Travis Scott. What do y'all think?
I can see that a little bit with the rap flow, but not the production really. Tori's in
Well,
his own lane,
not
bro.
that
He's in his own lane.
no,
yeah,
that's the point. Travis is in his own lane production
Okay.
wise. And
Heard,
I
heard.
like I just see maybe it's too far. By the way, thank you for the We Go On shout out. I love that album and I'm excited to come back to it. And wow, okay, number 4. I don't know if there's like a timer feature, but we can try to aim for like 2 minutes per 2 or 3 minutes per person just to keep things
Sure.
rolling. But Josh, no, all that stuff on Tori was well said, honestly. My number 4, this is gonna be controversial. And it would totally change because we were discussing like having a group be one, you know what I'm saying? Because any of these artists in my mind like totally are top 5 and obviously like I'm sure they'll be y'all's top 5s, but I just put them all together as Indie Tribe as one. But like for every for like John Keith, Tory, and No Big Deal specifically, I'll just give a little tidbit for each of them. Like Deal lyrically, he might be he might be the top. Like in terms of like also just good valid music as well. Because you have some like good CHH artists that are like only lyrical, but that's it. But Deal's got a good mix. Like I love him. I'm so excited for what he's doing. The We Cry Together album, not We Cry Together. Gosh, what album did y'all talk about?
The people we became.
The People We Became.
We cry
I
together, dude.
love. No, sorry, that's a whole podcast episode. I actually love that song.
Live
But
reaction to the music video.
so I think I love the concept and idea, like the Renaissance. Like I agree with it so much, but for whatever reason, I just like it was kind of like restoration. Jacob, what we were talking about, where it's like he didn't quite land it yet. Like, and even on a podcast, the crazy, like, yeah, I'm still healing there. And I think for Deal, it's like a prophetic album where it's like it's still the plane's still landing. Like he's eventually going to be so true. Where like the Renaissance really is CHH. So it's like prophetic in a way. John Keith, we've already talked about so much. Like you just can't talk CHH without talking about John Keith nowadays. So I'll just leave it at that. Like his influence is real. And then yeah, Tori, Josh, everything you said, I couldn't agree more. But I did just have to clump Indie Tribe like as one. If I needed to break them all as artists, this would be a totally different discussion. But I just love those three guys. I know there's two others, but those three in particular, they're on to something, and they are the future. So that's four for me.
Yeah, for sure. I will say this though. Maybe this is
Yeah.
a good pushback or something, but
Please.
in my opinion, if you're gonna, because I take this so seriously, if you're gonna put Indie Tribe at a spot in your top five, you're talking about Indie Tribe songs, Indie Tribe's discography, which would exclude the other stuff. Are we in agreement there or no?
Oh,
I agree with
We
that.
don't have to be in agreement. We don't have to. But I was
I
curious
see
if you
your
guys
point.
were.
I see your point. That just totally throws me for a loop because I'd have to like rethink everything then. You know
That's
what I'm
fine.
saying?
No, they don't stress it.
We don't have to
Because we
stress.
get what you mean and
Like-
you get what we mean and we're good.
And I could edit it for later, but for now, let's just stick with what we got.
Well, we can update this in a year or so. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll totally have that discussion.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm caught lacking. I'm getting ready for the next thing. But all right, here's my number
You're good.
three.
We could skip to Josh if you need. It's up to you.
No, I think I'm good. I got it all written
Okay.
out here anyhow. Okay, here's my three. I think we all have this one on our list. You guys will either have him on your three or maybe higher, but he's my three. Because 1 and 2 are just clearly 1 and 2. And I will say this, my 1 and 2 are very close, closer than any of these other artists. My 1 and 2, bro.
Okay.
But my 3 is going to be Lecrae.
Okay.
Obviously, the most recent thing we've heard of Lecrae was what we talked about in the last 2 episodes, Reconstruction. Lecrae, I think, is like in this second prime of his career. Like, he hit a prime between 2012 and 2014 for sure. He hit a second prime in 2017, I think, and this is his third prime. I'm gonna rephrase what I said. This is his third, his 2025. Reconstruction is probably top 3 Lecrae. But again, recency bias. I'm afraid to say stuff like that. But it's very good, great project. We've been talking all about it, so there's not much needed to be said. Obviously, his influence on Christian hip hop, his impact will always make him number 1. But as far as just his music, his ability right now, putting out music right now for the sake of this list, he's my 3. Which before Reconstruction he would not be top 5, but that album was put him at 3 for sure. So that's my 3. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So I'm still debating my 2 and 3 spot.
Ooh, okay.
My 1 is very is easy, and y'all can literally guess it right now. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and agree with you on Lecrae for my number 3 as well. Just I don't want to say anything that's already been said too much, but just has to do with influence, has to do with the latest project, and what he's doing for the younger guys, the little guys too. He's doing a lot, and I love that. And he's still just finding new sounds and new lyrics, and you got the whole Kendrick thing too, and that's just incredible. So yeah, I don't have much else to say. You've covered it pretty well.
Word.
Okay, that leaves me for number 3. I think this will be a hot take, which we're all about, and it's KB.
Right. Nice. I know. I like it. I like it.
Okay. I'll tell y'all why. Josh is a hater for the worship songs, and
Loser.
if we're like 3 years later and that's still all he has, maybe I will give the argument some validity. But I've enjoyed them, and I will tell you, the Holy Forever, that is my favorite one. And if he's gonna keep getting better at doing this, like, praise God. So
yes,
be
sir.
it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, let's just look at the last 5 years for KB, and like let me just name some of these songs. We'll go backwards in time. Revival. I'm actually curious of what you guys think of that, but that's a whole other discussion. I love that song's been growing on me. Of course, his Jackie Hill Perry collab. I'm not gonna even read half the like CHH artists that no one knows about. That he is like when he hops on the song, he just destroys them. But his collab with
you make it sound Like, he
Well,
gives
think
them
about it.
these,
I'm
there's these
Maybe
sorry,
no-name
Drake-
artists, and he gets on a track with them, and he just shows them they're garbage, man. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry, but yeah, that's exactly it. Hip hop is
He destroys
competitive.
them.
Okay, so we got "Come Through" with Tori Deshawn.
Banger.
Literally any of the collabs off His Glory Alone. Maybe not any of them, but y'all know. Easy,
Banger.
the John Keith,
Banger.
King Jesus,
Banger.
So Tired featuring Bizzle. Can't Tell It All.
Banger.
Like I could just go on and on and on. Like this guy's run. It started all with what's the Chains song in like 2018? No Chains.
No chains. No chains. Yep.
It started with that, and I actually went back to those. I don't like those records as much. They weren't as hype like compared to now, but it just was a whole new era. Shout out to KB. I think he's still on the trajectory up, and we haven't seen the greatest from him yet either. So that's what I got for KB.
All right.
Moving on.
Here's how we're gonna do this. Because we disagree, Josh, you're gonna start talking about this, and then I'm gonna go after you to fix everything that you said. All right? Because I agree with Luke.
Yeah, I mean, KB could maybe be an honorable mention, but like, okay, you guys agree with me that Caleb Gordon and others like uploading stolen songs for profit, in the words of Tori Desan, is not a
Bro,
good thing.
That is what hip hop is. You have to understand that is literally the essence of what people do in hip hop. If you not understanding that, then like I don't even know what you're listening to, my man. Oh my gosh! But keep going. Sorry, you're talking.
But you have to agree that like collectively it's not good for Christian hip hop. Like it makes Christians look bad and uncreative. And then like His Glory Alone won. Like, yeah, I was rocking with Armies, I was rocking with like 10K. And like, I don't think any of the songs on His Glory Alone 2 that do that are bad. I'm just like so frustrated by it. It's just like his On the Radar freestyle recently was freaking incredible. And
KB?
then yeah, he just did a few days ago, and then like
Well, you know what song that was, right?
no.
I need to listen to that.
That was Keanu's song. It was the same song. Have you heard Keanu's
okay.
song?
Then I won't even
Yeah.
listen.
Which
Yeah,
Keanu's
it's
song was mid,
Not even on a
but,
different beat.
saved it. Not on a different beat?
No, it's same beat, same lyrics.
Okay, that's interesting.
At
I
On the
just haven't
Radar,
listened
yeah.
to the song. But yeah, like we've talked about a lot. It's kind of become a joke that like KB for me has become a feature artist just because like I'm just tired of
Well, so's
hearing
Dill.
about, like, no,
Deal has actually moved on. He used to be.
Dill actually.
You're right. He had a good album. He did have a good album.
He's creating original music. Like KB just like gets a Brandon Lake song and then like
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. Stop. Listen to the original Chris Tomlin, "Holy Forever," and then listen to "We Still Believe." And you cannot. It is an interpolation. You cannot
True.
tell me it is the same song.
Yes.
What Caleb Gordon and whoever else you're talking about are doing, where they like just do the same exact thing. That is one thing. KB is expanding and making the song totally different. It's like the same root of it, but he grows it. The other guys, they're just rapping on a song, which is still hip hop, but like you can't clump that. That is two separate things. I can't agree with you. He's just copying songs. Because let me ask you this: you know who does it worse? And this is a song you love. "Erase Me." Lecrae steals Holland's song. Yet you would say that is a good song.
Yo!
That's so different. That's so
How?
different.
That is
No.
no. Okay, timer is done for you.
All right.
Listen, I just, Today We Rebel is about to come up in the best CHH album of all time. I would rather like, more Today We Rebels than I would more His Glory Alones, and I think you guys can agree with that.
Listen, but here's the thing.
I would rather
HGA 2.
I would rather KB keep doing stuff like that than keep just remaking Brandon Lake and Chris Tomlin songs.
Bro.
Stop.
Listen, he's remade one Brandon Lake song. Graves uses lyrics from Graves into Gardens, but it's not the same melody, it's not the same song at all. It just borrows the concept and the lyrics, but that's also only the outro that Brandon sings. So what KB did on HGA for the first time, which was take 10,000 Reasons and Angel Armies, Whom Shall I Fear by Chris Tomlin, those songs, or So Will I, Into This Is Life. He didn't even do that on HGA 2 with any songs other than none of them. None of the songs on HGA 2 Deluxe even are doing that at all, right? Now Holy Forever does that, but even that, it's not like he's not adding something to it. You
You
know?
talked about Graves, right?
Yeah, but Graves doesn't even interpolate Graves into
Correct.
Gardens at all. It just
Correct.
borrows the phrasing and the
Listen,
concept.
Luke brought up like songs like No Chains, and like then he brought up like features like Come Through, and like I would rather literally that over a remix every single time. I would rather like a song like Sing to You over a remix every time because it's original and because it has, you know, like KB's flair, and it has like,
But like, dude,
stuff.
you want another Sing to You? Listen to Daddy on HGA 2. You know what I'm saying?
Boom.
That's a great song. I'm glad he did that. Like I'm
All
just
right,
tired,
Josh.
bro.
I'm gonna blow out, Josh. One more thing. I'm about to blow your mind. What's the hymn he sings? Dang it! What's the song?
Oh, Art of Hope. Art of Hope. Be Thou My
No,
Vision.
no, I'm not even done.
Oh.
I'm not even done. What does KB do? Borrows the song exactly how it is. No
True.
That's an
changes.
outro to the song. That's
No,
different.
stop.
It's
stop,
half
stop.
the
I'm
song.
not
It's
done.
half the song.
I'm not done. New Portrait, track number 10. That is it's a thing. What's that guy's name? That is an SO song. SO made the exact same beat, exact same concept. I'm not kidding. I will drop it in the chat.
Is that true?
Gave me
New
one-
Portrait?
Yes, it is on his podcast. New Portrait, totally copied by SO.
Wait, what's it called on SO?
New, I'll look it up. I just know because he had it as a guest on the podcast. And Josh, finally, track 13 and 14, Rebel Intro. He not only
True.
takes the same exact concept
True.
of Lecrae's album, he also quotes the same exact bars. So Josh, I just am not seeing this. You can't say this album is better because it actually does the
Maybe
problem you're
maybe
describing
just-
more.
Maybe he's just a copying rat then. Like, well, I don't know what you want me to
Yo,
say.
yo. No, because you liked it, Josh.
Yeah, that's my point. You like it, yet this is the same thing. So Josh, there's just a little argument
Like, this
flaw.
is just why he's not making my list though. He's good. He's just lacks originality. And when he's
It's not
original,
it's not SO,
no
it's The
change.
Truth, by the way.
Thank you. Sorry. I'm sorry.
You're good.
But yes. Same exact song. Also, I'm not even done yet. Rebel intro, the like what I can't even make that noise. That is a words played song. Exact same beat. So Josh, your favorite album, the very argument you used is actually falling
That was my
apart.
favorite album. Don't put words in my mouth.
All right, we
Your
gotta move
favorite
on. We gotta
TV
move on,
album.
guys. We gotta keep going here.
We do. This was
Albums
good
that was
though.
on my
But
list.
no, it's good that we aired this out for the people, you know.
And comment section, like when y'all see this, please, we need to know. Let us know what you think. All right, who's next? That was my 3. Is it on
So
2 for?
yeah, I just looked at. By the way, I just want to give the fun fact here. The Portrait by The Truth. It's
Yep.
not the same beat, but it is the exact same flow with a lot of the same phrasing. But KB actually
Yep.
uses his own lyrics.
And
But I
he
didn't know that
wanted The
existed.
Truth on the song. He wanted him on the song. So again,
Is he one that deconverted or no? Do we know?
No, that was
Half of them deconverted. More than half of them.
That's Fanatic, right?
I forget his name. Fanatic.
Fanatic and the Ambassador both deconverted.
Yeah.
I don't know about the other. Who is the fourth one from the OG?
Flame.
Not Flame.
The Truth. SO.
No, it's True something.
Shylin.
No, none of those guys were cross movement.
We'll come back.
Anyways, yeah, let's just keep going. None of those guys are on my top 5. So, am I next? Yes, 2.
Yes,
There we
sir.
go. All right, I will say this. I respect Luke's pick of KB because KB has been on a good singles and feature run, and his last album, I think, was very good. I think his last album was his second best album. But KB's not on my top 5. I'll give my other honorable mention before I go to 1, but my 2 and my 1 are so close, guys. Like, I thought about switching them, but I'm pretty sure about this. I feel good about it. Where's Tori, bro? Tori's my number 2. I wanted to put him number 1 so bad, but I just can't get over the guy who is number 1. And so yeah, Tori's my number 2 for all the reasons we already shared. I've been a particularly a Tory Deshawn fan for a couple years now. And it's nice that we finally got that album that I've been personally waiting very many years on. I thought we were close to getting this album when So Good came out, and then it turned out we had to wait another 2.5 years. And yeah, Tory, I mean, he's been the ghostwriter of CHH, not really ghostwriter, but he's been the guy
Oh, you're
behind the
right.
scenes for a very long time, and everyone respects him. He just was waiting to drop, and especially with the deluxe that came out more recently. And you guys will never mind. I shouldn't say that. Sorry. It's a great project. It's a great project. Tori himself is so talented. I think he steals the show on every song he features on. Like I can't think of one he doesn't. That's true for Bless You with Lecrae. His verse on that melodically just gives me chills every single freaking time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tori he's just that guy. And he's one of those guys, you always know this, when people feature on his stuff, he's not copying them, he's not borrowing from them. They are gonna suit what he's doing. That's what KB did on Come Through. And that's something I really appreciate. He's a culture maker. Even on a song like Price Up, that is Tori's sound. That's not Lecrae's sound.
Yes.
But Lecrae's always good at trying new things out with artists when he's featuring. And anyways, I don't want to get too long on that. But yeah, dude, Tori's my number 2. Where's Tori? There he is. That's my guy. That's my goat. I just saw him and talked to him 2 weeks ago, and that's my guy, dude.
Let's go. Shout out. All right, Josh.
My
Ooh.
number 2, I think, will not come as a surprise to
Lower.
any of us. Andy Mineo. Just gonna say it's
In the current
listen-
year, bro.
What?
Keep going.
I've been waiting on a drop since forever, I think. And we finally got it, and we got for promotional use only last November. It's almost been a year now, and I loved every song. And I love the production, I love the sampling. But yeah, like that is hip hop, sampling songs, and saying that they're not your own, and you know,
Bro,
I
just make your point. We're past this.
and yeah, he killed all of those samples, and just like content wise, lyrically, just beautiful. Like conceptually, like it was okay. Like yeah, it's for promotional use only. Like that's the whole point. He's just making great art and great music. But I am, the song Forever is incredible. How he just like mixes all those love songs together into a song about like God's love. I just think that's incredible, and he produces on that too as well. And the Andre 3000 song is great. Um, yeah, I could go on, but I'll just say like I don't think he has even gotten close to showing all the talent he's gained in the last 3 years, while he's been on this little hiatus. And I'm so excited for the album. I'm excited for Magic and Bird 2. GTA 6 is great as well. So I love Andy so much. And I'm so excited for what's next.
Did you know Andy Mineo was on a basketball player's podcast and he revealed an album title of his, not Magic and Bird,
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
I
it
didn't know
called?
this.
The and.
the and he said the E's going to be crossed out, almost as it's kind of like Triple E, where it's like, oh, the end and then epilogue. No, like it's still the and now. So anyway, I think Andy Mineo might have some. That's just me. Um, yeah, couldn't agree more. And
Wait,
his
and was
Andre,
that Michael Porter Jr.'s podcast? Do you know?
I think, yeah, it was like,
That's who Andy references on MPJ Freestyle.
oh yeah,
Clock it,
Oh,
in case y'all aren't hip to that. I'm the NBA guy, so I'll give you that.
dude.
Anyways,
Well,
yeah,
we appreciate it, dude. That's nice.
yeah.
No, yeah, that interview is worth checking out. It was fun. Um, do you want me to, Josh? Do you want me to drop that one in the chat, or
yeah, I can find it myself,
if you
but
find it? Okay, yeah, that's a good one. The Andre 3K song has made a lot of ripples in like the hip hop community. Like he's shown up on all these different platforms. They're like not many numbers, but they're like pretty into it. Anyway, I'll keep it moving. My number 2, probably gonna be controversial, but we're here for it, is Mr. Holvey.
okay.
And I think this is in contrast to number one. Like the reason he's not number one, because that's maybe the question, is when you look at his discography. For me, he just doesn't. I don't know if this is the right word, but he just doesn't have an album that is a classic. I'm not saying he doesn't have a good album. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying like when you're truly like looking at like what is just like a fundamental like his fundamental album where he's like just taps into something that is like, wow, who is this guy? Like I've seen him do that, but it just hasn't been on the album level. It's just been on like the singles, which I love, and that's the only reason I just like couldn't put him at number one. So that's two for me, and we can then do honorable mentions and number one.
Yeah. I think I know both of your number ones, by the way, now that I know what your lists are.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like it's pretty obvious for both of you, and I think Josh and I have the same one.
Yeah,
Do we think
that's kind
so?
of what I
Okay.
thought.
Yeah, here's my other honorable mention. I don't know if you guys had other ones you wanted to say. I already mentioned Taylor Gray. Love that guy. I think he's a great lyricist, and I just love his
Do you have a
production selection.
project for him that you'd
Absolutely.
recommend?
Find a Way to Smile Again is probably his favorite of mine. It's a short little thing. He only has short really albums. But
Yeah.
he has a lot of music on I think Bandcamp. That's not
Oh,
on
that guy.
streaming.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I love Taylor, and I love it when him and Swoop get together.
Yes.
Okay. The other honorable mention I
I
have
have
is Aaron
honorable
Cole.
mentions. I have honorable mentions too. Do you want us to share those, or do you want to
Yeah,
go
yeah, you
ahead?
share those before I get my one. But yeah, my other one was Aaron Cole. Sorry I Changed Again is a really phenomenal album, and this I think 7-track EP that came out very recently. Because of the new producer he's working with in the last 2 years, I think it has completely upped his game. Some of his bars get a little redundant, I think, after a while, I will say, and I am going to need to change up going into the future, but I think he's really trending upward, and I love Aaron Cole. Like, I would say he'd be my six. Um,
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, so those are my honorables. Who do you got, Luke?
Well, we can go in order. Josh, did you have any?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I had yeah, I mean, originally I was gonna throw Indie Tribe on there, but that would be redundant. Already looking at my list, but I will, I'll give Mowgli more credit than I think you both think he deserves. I think he does a lot and is pretty talented, even if he needs to enunciate a little more in his raps. So yeah, Indie Tribe, Trip Lee, the end and the epilogue. I think he deserves an honorable mention for both of those projects. Those two projects are honorable mentions. Or at least the epilogue is, for greatest projects of all time, I'd say. Yeah, and then I said Aha, Gazelle, of course. Like, bro just doesn't miss. But I'm still waiting for him to evolve a little more, I think.
Correct.
Yeah,
Um,
he needs an album. He needs another good like album.
yeah,
Yes.
and another Pardon Me
I need a
to
Pardon
con-
Me cross with 180, and then that will be one of the greatest albums ever
yeah.
made.
Oh
Oh, those so
my. Oh.
80
Oh,
balloons. Anyway,
yeah.
um, and then I had Holvey as an honorable mention as well. Like, Cry, when I heard it for like, it's a good album. I was just very whelmed by it though. I was like, okay, like, this is good, but like, I think Holvey needs to evolve a little more too. In the way that we've seen, we've seen John Keith evolve a lot. We've seen Corey evolve a lot. I think Holvey still needs to, kind of have his metamorphosis moment, and really get good, with what he does. I would almost call Christopher a classic. Like, Christopher is really good. I think I like it better than Cry. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, good thoughts. I think the difference is Christopher's like an album you grew up with, so it like has that
that's true. Like,
factor
I was
to
in
it,
ninth
where that's
grade. I
different for
was in
me.
ninth grade when ninth grade came out. So like,
Yeah, I love that. That's so cool. And I remember when you like listening to y'all in the road trip, like I'm like, wow, this album's so special for both of y'all in a way that it just wasn't for me, but that was okay. So my honorable mentions, Josh, I agree with you on Trip and Aha. Aha, yeah, he's so close. He's the Ty Dolla Sign of CHH.
yeah,
Um, but interestingly, I think he's like narrowed down. He used to do a lot more like singing and I don't know, just funky stuff. Like the first
Yeah.
Trillium, he's definitely gotten better lyrically, but he just did so many funky stuff in the album. Like I ain't never heard anything like that. And now he's like more pretty like set and dry and trap. So anyway, I would like to see him. Yeah, yeah. I like what you said there, Josh. And Trip, yeah, Trip is just Trip. Like nothing else needs to be said. My other two were Tadashi because like I don't know, he might not be like noticed by a lot, or maybe just not like the greatest ever to do it. But again, we're playing the long game. Like I think it's worth saying something. And his two recent singles, y'all might not even know they're out there. Plus his two like his pair EP thing, I appreciated those a lot. I appreciated them. And yeah, y'all are gonna hate me, but I'm sorry, Jackie. She's an honorable mention
No, we
as
don't hate
well.
you for that.
Okay, I'm kind
No,
of
I think the
joking.
Tadashi pick is worse, dude. Dead or Alive 1 is great. Dead or Alive 2, which came after,
Yeah,
garbage.
really. Okay. Yeah, I
I'll
guess we
pop
never
up.
talked about the second one. I definitely like number one more, but I went back and listened to them both together recently, and I enjoyed them. So we have our different takes, so be it. So, Mr. Jacob, number
All
one.
right. Guys, you
Yeah.
know it. Luke, can you guess?
Well, I thought y'all were both gonna do Hovey, and I can't even see your list. But I'm like, wait, they don't have
Holby's my
John Keith.
5. Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
John
so
Keith.
it's got to be yeah.
It's John Keith. All right. John Keith is I'm going to say this. He's the most versatile artist right now. He has the best ear for melodies in Christian hip hop right now. He is putting out at a rate of quality music that has never been seen before in Christian hip hop.
Yep.
He is the only Christian hip hop artist who I actually like hardcore listen to unreleased music from, because it's really that good. Um, and I'll say the new John Keith again, like the since Antihero John Keith. I don't think he's done anything that has been crappy or lackluster or lazy or bad. Like nothing, nothing. Um, and his most recent album, I think, is top 3 album of the year everywhere. Um, and the fact that he even changed lanes to make this a new album, and it's just amazing. But he can still rap crazy. I mean, just a couple months ago, he did, God's Hand with Tori and Man Down and With It. Oh my gosh, dude. Um, I just freaking love John Keith. I love the sound of his voice. I love his production. I'm not even gonna say his production selection because he does most of his producing himself, at least to
Really?
start with. Yeah, he's a
Huh.
great producer. He is that Tori's on Indie Tribe. It's close. Those two guys are like my guys right now. But for a while he was the guy who put Indie Tribe on the map. I think Dill's great, but John makes songs. He makes songs out of songs. I think he has a good knack for that. Um, and yeah, he can literally do everything, and he does it all better than most people. And I just love the albums he puts out because he knows how to make an album. I think Eremos is fabulous, and you will know what I think of Eremos in a second.
Oh
Um,
boy.
yeah, so I'll stop there. Josh, do you just want to go ahead and add on to that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have John Keith too.
Yep.
Yeah, just conceptually, like, you know, growings and Eremos and like, just I feel like he moves in a type of like dispensations or not is not the right word. He has like segments, I guess. Like I don't want
Phases?
to say eras. I don't want to say eras because I just
Covenants.
Phases.
and like
Phases.
Taylor Swift has made
Covenants.
it clear.
Covenants.
But like he definitely had his like, pre-anti-hero type of thing going on. Then he hit anti-hero and Summertime in the Village, and I think those were both like, kind of transformational albums for him, where he's finding his sounds and really finding it well. And then yeah, you had like Eremos and the So Lonely type of stuff, where he really hit like his pop R&B, but like still alternative type of hip hop. And like all of like the songs, including the singles and the small projects that he released, even some on Indie Tribe, all cohesively go together really well and like work together like if you put them all in a big playlist. And so you can see that very well. And then I'd say a lot of the songs like right before Grow Wings and including Grow Wings like go really well together conceptually as well. And
Yeah.
you can really tell when he's in a season. And like you can really tell what's on his mind, which is what I appreciate. But then yeah, he just like goes and absolutely like raps like just crazy bars with any tribe. And like I
Mhm.
think he has some good raps on the West Indies project. I mean, he out raps Miles on just about every song. Um, and yeah, like if I were Bryson Gray, like I would be freaking terrified. No, I don't know if you guys ever heard it, but there was like an actual diss track he like put out for like some of his like Instagram like subscribers or whatever, and I heard it a few times before he removed it, but like
Dude, I listen to
incredible.
it like
Like
every week. Brother in Christ.
no, it was called Trump Card.
Oh, dude, I
Um,
never heard that.
yeah, no, it like I tried to find it. I can't find it anymore, but like yeah, Bryson was in trouble for sure.
Dude.
Um, but yeah, Brother in Christ is great too. Like again, Bryson Gray was out of his mind for ever trying to poke him with
Wow.
that.
Two questions. One, can you just sum up that rap beef? Because you keep talking about, I just still have no clue like what even happened. Number
Yeah,
two, can you give us maybe do this one first? Can you give a shout out to all the live YouTube videos or whatever you said to check out for John Keefe just one more time? Because I'm sure those are really worth looking into.
for sure. The first one I mentioned was there's a chasing
That's his
remix. It's
newest video.
yeah. My roommate's tweaking out right now because he just loves it so much, and we were both in tears when we listened to that. And then he has Grow Wings as a Holy Smoke session where he's just singing. Both of these are like no auto tune, just like raw vocals, and they're beautiful. And then the Eyes on Us acoustic is on Spotify, but it's still really good and worth checking out as well. Um, and I think
Whoa.
on Apple Music, there's like a studio session, and Rodney Jerkins like actually made that happen too. And I think he did that with Holvey, No Big Deal. But I'm not an Apple Music guy, so I don't have the capability to listen to those. But I think he's got like live instruments and stuff, so listen to those. But then the rap beef, it's been a bit, so I might need to brush up. But like I believe like Bryson Gray was like kind of jabbing a bit, or
Oh,
John
dude,
was.
he brings up people all the time. He has no shame whatsoever. It's more than jabbing.
Wow.
Yeah, Bryson Gray, and then John Keith like kind of sneak dissed on James Dean. The way you mega step, I wonder if he knows you. And then Bryson like made a fool on like this, I think. And then a few months passed. John Keith like pretty explicitly mentions Bryson Gray on his On the Radar freestyle. Um, and then Bryson Gray did another track, I think. And then John Keith drops Brother in Christ, which is the one that's still on Instagram and YouTube. Bryson drops another one, and then John Keith drops With It. And then there's the one called Trump Card, which never really saw the light of day, but I got to listen to. Um, but yeah, and then I think the tribe on what's it called, on Pulp Fiction, Mowgli kind of throws a shot at Bryson Gray as well. But I think the tribe and like Bryson Gray actually like sat down and talked through some things. But Bryson Gray is still acting up a lot from what I understand, and the tribe is kind of just trying to ignore him for now. But again, like if I were him, bro, like I would be scared out of my mind. So that's a little crash course on that history. I could put together a more detailed story maybe another time if I can
Appreciate it.
find
Yeah,
things.
it could be like if we ever get, I'd say if we get access to the trump card, we would do like a live reaction, the three of us or something, if that's even feasible.
I doubt we could find it. I can try,
Yeah,
but
dude, I'm just looking right now. I
Even the
can find no
lyrics,
trace of it on the internet anywhere.
even the lyrics sometimes pop up on Genius for this type of stuff, but maybe not. This is
It's too
a
small.
fun. Oh, so on YouTube, his description it says, "Through his aggressive vulnerability, John Keith is a champion for the lonely and searching." I just love that sentence.
true.
Aggressive vulnerability, love it. All right, well,
All right,
any
say
more
it, Luke.
John
I know
Keith?
who it is.
Yeah, so it is Limo Blaze. No, just kidding. Myotic. Just kidding. No, we're talking about Lecrae, and I think in the same way how Christopher was like who y'all grew up with, and Jacob, I guess you kind of grew up with
Yeah, dude, I grew up
Lecrae
on
and
Lecrae, dude. My
Blaze.
first, bro, I was listening to Rehab when I was 8 years old. Yeah,
Okay, but Lecrae has that special place in my heart. But even beyond that too, like I can't look at a single. And Jacob, you shouted this out. You said about the impact thing. Like Lecrae's obviously number one. There's not a single artist on these lists that like their story is different without Lecrae. I'll just say it like that. I won't say they're totally off the map, but like every single one of them. And is it true that maybe some of these guys were behind the scenes like Swoop or Tori and writing for or with Lecrae? Yeah, no doubt. But still, Lecrae's part of the story, and I'm not going to only just talk about his impact. Again, it is the current like best CHH artist of right now. He just had this album. Yeah, maybe there's the currency, but I still think Lecrae, like he's got a lot more left, and he's so humble about it. But y'all don't understand. Like he's got to be sitting on so many tracks right now. I think, and I just think we're gonna have some sort of other like coming in hot moment or some sort of other like mixtape, whether it's church clothes or something, come from him, and it's just gonna shake the whole CHH realm again. And I do all sorts of great mainstream things. So that I don't really think we have to say too much about Cray, but that's why he's at number one for me. And I think what I'll say in addition is compared to Holvey, who is super, super close, like I just Lecrae has some like classic staple albums. It's hard for me to like give Holvey that same type of like I just can't that's where I the difference is for me. I'll just say it like that. So thoughts on Lecrae and best artist. This is really fun, y'all.
yeah, dude. It's a good pick. It's a good pick. I respect it a lot.
Also, I already as we were talking, I thought about if I had to not do Indie Tribe, here's how I would do it. I would do Lecrae and Holvey number one and number two. And then I would do oh gosh, this is so hard. I think I would do John Keith, then KB, and then No Big Deal. I think that's what I would do if I had to switch it. So anyway, we ready to move on to the next?
Yeah, dude. I'm ready.
Feeling good, everyone?
This one,
Yes?
dude.
No?
Is this gonna be more controversial or less? What do you think?
I think my list is very controversial.
More, more.
Dude, yeah, I'm so afraid that you guys are gonna have some bull crap on yours. No, I'm just kidding.
Because
Um,
this is all time.
if
This is
yours
all
doesn't
time.
agree with mine 5 for 5, then you're gonna be wrong, and I don't respect you anyway. No, I'm
That's
kidding.
hey, polarization. That's what's killing our country, my man. Anyway,
um, do I
why
even
don't you
have
get
any
started
honorable
then?
mentions for this? Okay,
I
no.
have a heck ton of honorable mentions.
Okay, no. Let's each keep it down to one honorable mention before the one spot. What do you think? Is
I
that
don't even
fair?
have any, so
Okay.
I'll think. Actually, I got one. I got one.
All right, all right. And someone else might say it. But Luke, do you want to start us out since you just ended that one and you went last?
Sure,
You want to
man.
start with your five?
Yeah. So and we'll do honorable mention at the end.
Yeah,
Or for
before the
me, it
one.
actually
Yeah.
makes. I could do it now, but we'll do it at the end. Okay.
Well, whatever you think's best. I will do mine
All right.
before the one.
I'm gonna share mine now, and my honorable mention is "Rise" by Tripoli.
Wow. Okay.
2014. It's just you'll see with my albums, like some of them are just like consistently good, and then there's other ones where it's like the highest highs on the album just bring it up, even though consistently they're not like as good. So anyway, Rise would be an example of that where like again, Manolo, Sweet Victory, like just classic CHH stuff. And the reason I say the honorable mention now is because my number five album is the recent epilogue from Triple E.
Wow.
Just the run right at the beginning, I I just like it just gets me every time. I think though that when it concludes, I'm still not fully bought on that, but even towards the end, we still have a lot of bops like Magic, like FTO. So that's number five for me. I don't really know what else I have, and I'm again with Tripoli too. I'm excited for what he has next. He almost made that top 5 artist list. So we'll turn it over to, I guess,
Yeah.
Jacob, or we could go reverse.
We
Honestly,
can
it
do
doesn't
reverse
matter.
order. Josh, do you want to go your 5?
Yeah, I think this is very controversial.
Oh no.
You guys are gonna probably think this should not be top 10. This is an album that I just love so much, and I listen to this album maybe once a week, if not more. It's Magic and Bird. I mean,
No, you're right. You are right. Let's go.
it's such a good album.
Yes, sir.
I don't think there's any skips on it. I think words played is hilarious. Andy just says some incredible things.
Dude,
The
you can quote
production,
all the skits word for word. I know.
Correct.
I
Correct.
love the skits. Some of the best CHH skits. Discus is funny. Like the song Legend, I think is one of the most underrated Christian hip hop songs ever.
You know.
Legend is incredible. Like we don't ever talk about that song, but it's so
No
good.
time to rest when you're trying to be a legend.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I could say more, but I don't want to digress. But yeah, Magic and Bird is so good.
Dang it. That's my second honorable mention. I'm sorry. I wish I had that one actually. We should totally, before like Magic Bird 2, we could totally like revisit Magic or Bird and share more thoughts. That would be a really fun thing to do.
Yeah. Just think about it this way too. Like if I'm in the gym hooping, like
You're so
there's
right.
like I'm either listening to J. Cole or I'm listening to Magic and Bird. Like those are the only two options. And most of the time
J
I'm gonna
Fold. Sorry. All right. Love it.
My
Jacob,
turn,
when you're
huh?
ready.
All right,
Yes,
dude.
sir. Yes, sir.
I don't. Let me just say, like, I respect that pick, Josh. I'm not hating on you. All right, even though it's nowhere near my top 5. I know it's sentimental to you, and that's how this stuff works. This is. I would say that this is less objective than the artist list. You know. I don't know. All right, guys,
Yeah, that's fair.
you ready for this? Here's my 5.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
We Go On by Swoop.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like that, dude. I'm like that. Top 5 all time. I
Wow.
think the thing's freaking beautiful, man. Cohesive. Every second of time is not wasted. That's why it's shorter. These nice quick transitions between tracks. Because he was able to produce it all himself. He's able to do that sort of thing. That thing is freaking beautiful. And what it means in Swoop's discography, but also what it means personally. How it's ministered to me personally, that sort of thing. Man, it is an amazing project. And it's 5 on the list, man. I love it. I'll maybe just shout out like some tracks that really stand out. I Miss
Please.
My Mom's is a crazy freaking song, and I love it. Um, another favorite, I mean, These Tears, I think is right before it on the track list, is also really great.
Yes, it is.
The title track's great. Yeah, it's a really good record. Everybody goes through something, or everyone's going through something. I think it's track 2 after the skit, not skit, but anyways.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great. But also, yeah, the interjected preaching throughout, talking about grief and the coffee metaphor. Like, dude, it's just so good.
Yes.
So good, man.
No,
It's so
that spoke
cohesive.
to
It's a
me.
focused album, and I like focus, man.
You're
Yeah.
so, yeah. No, I respect that. The only question I have for you is, this was January of 2024, so that is a decent amount of time, but the fact that where you kind of all like agree to not do Lecrae reconstruction, I guess what my question to you is like, where does the recency
Yeah,
bias
yeah.
gap end? That's the only thing I want to ask you because it is still pretty close.
Yeah, like if this were a year ago, I would feel uncomfortable putting it too high because, and I wouldn't even be
Yeah.
sure about it, but like now we are a year and a half removed from this album coming out. And I like it more than I did when it came out. And I loved it a lot when it came out. I
Okay.
don't expect that to change really. Either I'll go to appreciate it even more as I experience life as a grown man, which is what's happened. Um, yeah, I mean,
Wow.
I think it's timeless. I think it's only going to get better with time as I grow up, you know.
So
And I
fair.
like that it's this bite-sized kind of album. It's not an hour-long album,
Yes.
which I like hour-long albums. Don't get me wrong, but this is how you make a short album. I think this is a masterclass on a short album. So
Mm,
like it feels full. It doesn't feel like doesn't feel quick. It doesn't. Yeah. Anyways, like if an album this concentrated and this full were actually longer, it would feel too long. So it's just right. I love it. It's great.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll shut up.
No, that's great, my
Yeah,
man. They got solid features just all throughout, and I'm
true.
excited to come back to that. I can't keep saying it because I remember when it came out, and wow, thanks for bringing it up. Okay, Josh. No, is it my turn now? That's how it is. Okay. Oh golly. Oh golly. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Number four. Y'all are gonna be happy I'm saying it, and it's gonna get a lot more talk. So it's Eremos. I think I'm just not gonna even say anything, and I'll just let y'all cover that one when you cover it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, and then I'll just add thoughts if you guys don't have anything. So moving on.
But dude, that surprises me.
That does
Did
surprise
you
me too.
did you think I was gonna not have it?
No, I mean top
Yeah,
dude, like I'm like top five is top five. That's exclusive. That's limited. That's tough. Um, so yeah, that kind of blows my mind. But no, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay, moving on.
All right,
Josh.
Joshy.
all right. Number four. I don't know how this one's gonna go over, but I have low blow. Um,
Hmm.
Was that their
a lot
first or
of
second?
Second,
That's their
purple
second.
one.
Okay.
That is a lot of sentimentality and like nostalgia for me in a way. Just late nights listening to Pepe Le Pew and free, but also then just they got incredible incredible rhymes on that one. Good production. I think I you know, pretty much every word of that album. And I love a lot of what they're talking about on it as well. Um, like it really is a low blow. It really is a gut punch. Um, you really just when I listen to it, it's just like, oh, like that just hits. And yeah, it's one that holds a special place in my heart. So
Fair.
and it really put the tribe on the pedestal and the stage it deserved, I think. So
Couldn't agree more. And
that's
they
all I'll
kept it
say.
going with the singles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually, I mean, um, I'm gonna push back a little bit, Josh. Are you ready for this?
yeah. Go ahead.
I think Lobo is much better than Upper Hand for sure. Um, and it was definitely their potential as a group, and adding Tori, I think, was necessary after that.
Yeah,
But I'll say everything since Tori joined has been better than Low Blow. I think. And so whatever that third album is gonna be, I think will be their best work, and it should be, and we all hope it is.
I agree with
Um,
that.
but like, yeah, Low Blow top five. That to me, that's quite the claim, dude. That is
Yeah,
quite
I'm
the
aware.
claim. I'm not gonna like diss you or anything. It's just that surprises me.
Wow.
Yeah,
Just you wait, Jacob.
dude, I'm so scared. All right, is it my wait? No, yeah, now my four,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Yes.
Luke, we've got the same one. No, we don't. No, we don't. I switched them. Never
Oh,
mind.
no.
leaked, leaked. My four is Come and See Deluxe.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
And listen, that's the most
Again with the
recent on here.
play.
That's the most
Bro.
recent. What? What? What'd you say?
No, that's just yeah, recent.
Yeah,
That's
no, it's
just
recent. I'll admit that. Um,
but other no,
I'm
it's valid.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah. I'm
yeah.
obsessed with this album, dude. Now, if it weren't the deluxe, it would not be top five.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
But I'll shout out three songs in
Yeah.
particular that make the deluxe really. The first one. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the track listing. Yeah, I think it's the first one on the deluxe side. Yeah, so After I Will Wait is What Happened to Me or What Happened to Me. Um, that song is one of the best songs on the project. The
Hmm.
last two, Idols and Do I Look Like God
Oh,
to You, those are both like a 1-2 punch, like crazy. Um, but yeah, the album on its own, the concept is amazing. Great concept album. God is Good intro is so provocative and creates this disequilibrium within you.
Yes.
And then you get
Yes.
Repent number two. It's crazy.
Oh,
Crazy great song. E Saint Boopy is ear candy at its finest.
he put
Um,
St. Louis on the map, like he actually did.
straight up. And obviously like outro. Christian Song, then I Will Wait. Christian Song is one of the most profound songs in Christian hip hop history, I think. That song is
That's
crazy.
victory.
What'd you say?
That is Tory. That song is Tory's Sweet Victory
Yeah,
Which one?
yeah.
Which one? Christian song?
Christian Song,
song.
yeah. Tory's Sweet Victory.
Okay.
That's a good way to put it, I think. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so I
Wow.
mean, I'll stop it there. I just think it's a great. I think it is the best album of kind of this modern era we're in now.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
I
and
love your
so
perspective
yeah,
that he could have made it big too. That's interesting to say. What could I have you give like an elevator pitch of what the concept is for this, just like you did for JX? Because
sure.
I guess I just curious what you see as it being.
Yeah, elevator pitch is ironic because of the song Stuck in the Elevator, which did not make the album for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Good song though.
Could have been.
Yeah, the short synopsis of the concept is basically the album is a wrestle with doubt that crescendos into this kind of contentment on the unknown, which is manifest through that phrase "I will wait," which is very biblical, waiting on the Lord. That is the answer to doubt and questioning. And
Mm.
so it's like the whole point of the album is the questions aren't answered, but
Wow.
he still finds a contentment and a satisfaction despite the questions never being answered, but he finds something else. He came and saw that the Lord is good. And the whole album is supposed to be, and this is part of the title, the whole album is supposed to be like a gospel presentation, like Flame's album was to KB. That was kind of the intent from what I understand. And I think it's a very effective way to do that from start to finish. I think it's
And
great.
I'll add to that, John 1:14, what good can come out of Nazareth, and then what the disciple says, "Come and see," right? And so
Mm.
he's equating St. Louis in a lot of ways to
Yeah,
Nazareth.
he quotes that a lot in
Um,
the album. Yeah,
yeah, saying
Okay.
like, "Hey, what good can come out of this awful place? Hey, like, come and see. Like, let me show you." While
yeah.
he also, deals with the pain of what he's been through on the album. So,
I
dang,
have another song
you're
that. What'd you say?
you're kind of convincing me that it's
Yeah, dude,
it's
it's gas. And listen, I didn't even mention the song's name, and I have to. I feel like it would be a sin if I didn't. What Shall It Profit is a generational song, dude.
Wow.
There is no storytelling song in CHH like this. I mean, there are very few to
yeah.
begin with. This is Kendrick. This is better than Kendrick Lamar could do.
Bro, I'm
Um,
sorry.
yes, it
Let's
is.
not.
Yeah, yeah, yes, it is. Um,
Agree with that. Agree with that.
the beat changes are so great. The story is so amazing, bro. You know, oh my gosh, it is so beautiful and so personal too. And I'll also shout out there too. A big theme in this album is Tori's personal struggle with um, not being able to have a kid, and that was something that happened beforehand. And Tori just put on Instagram this week that his wife's pregnant with
Pregnant.
twins, and she's about to give birth.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's like
See,
full term.
I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, dude, that's like very recent news. That might have been 2 days ago or yesterday.
Look at that
That's
timing.
just,
Anyways, yeah, dude. So there's just a little shout out, dude. We're happy for
Uh,
Tori.
sir, I would love to spend more time with this album because I've spent time with it. I just haven't like fully conceptualized it. So I appreciate you bringing it up, and I'm excited to dig into this as well. More.
Yeah, dude. All right, Luke, you got a 3?
I do. No, yeah. Well, there was something I want to say, but yeah, we'll keep it moving. We'll keep it moving. Number 3. This is going to be the biggest. You guys are going to have no clue what I'm on, but I did re-listen to the album. I guess not like recently, but somewhat recently, and I think I'm onto something here. So, The Narrative by Sho Baraka. You guys are probably like, I haven't even heard of that
Yeah,
album.
dude, I've never listened to it. But
But
I'm aware, I know it exists.
yeah,
At the very least.
I just listened to it like way back when, kind of, because I think he was involved in Reach. I think this album might have been under Reach. And I kind of saved it, put a pin on it. But just the historical things he's doing in this album, it just like really helped me understand. Like I think a lot of Christian artists do a good job of like speaking to issues current, but I've never seen anyone through song break it all down. Like he just kind of talks about the history of America. I don't know. It's like from the certain perspective. I don't want to say too much, but like it's just great. And then lyrically, he just has some punch phrases and stuff that like I have never heard anyone else say. Oh, I did want to say this. Like, because for fun fact, nowadays there's so many just phrases going around, it instantly ruins a song. Even unfortunately, Jackie had a few of these, and I'll share those three with you now because I think they're really funny. If I ever hear these phrases,
Vegan
CHH
beef.
song just ruined.
Vegan and
One,
beef.
what?
Vegan and beef.
Yep, I'm not vegan or no beef because I'm vegan. Ruins the song. Number two, number two. This ain't checkers, it's chess. Ruins a song. Number three, even Stevie Wonder couldn't see or something like that ruins a song. I swear to God, like every single one just feels like they have to say that. So Shobaraka, no, none of those. And so I just hope y'all would go back, listen to it, and at least maybe appreciate it. But it's a very he talks about a lot of intimate things on it. Like he had a child with special needs, and like I don't know, that just hit me. And he's just conveying this through song. And what the last thing too is this, I think the songs at first listen through, they're like, all right, some are maybe a little bit bland, but as I just spent more time with it, like this is an album where it's like maybe the highest highs are on like the highest greatest thing ever, but it's just as consistently like it's a good work of art. So there's my hottest hot take, an album y'all probably not even listened to
Yeah,
or
dude.
maybe
I'll add
knew
it to the
about.
list for real. I
Okay, and
respect
I'd
the
love to
deep
talk
cut.
about.
Yeah.
Yes, and his recent album, I feel like they're very similar. He's doing a lot of similar things. So that's a perspective. If you listen to his newest one, Jacob, then
Yeah. Word.
Hmm. Yeah, number 3 for me is Eremos. Um, yeah, we've already talked about John Keith enough, but
Yeah.
conceptually, it's just conceptually, I cannot name a better Christian hip hop album, but I still do have a top two. But yeah, when it comes to concepts, like there's nothing better than Eremos. Um, and yeah, I think the only part of the album I don't enjoy is 1K Fuse verse.
Yeah.
Other than that, other than that,
oh really?
I love me some you. Like shut up. Um, but everything else is great. And when you tie together the So Lonely and Eremos story and a few of the other singles as well, like they all cohesively work together really well and like create like a much larger album that's just spectacular. But even removing all that, I would still leave just Eremos at 3. It's incredible. So
And then just for someone who maybe doesn't know the concept or even what Eremos means, could you just briefly explain that as well? I know we've all talked about it a lot.
so Eremos is Greek for desert or wilderness. And so like John Keith talks a lot about depression, suicidal ideation, and like, you know, you look at the wilderness or the Eremos in scripture, and like oftentimes it's a place where God provides for people in a low moment. Like you have Elijah after fleeing from Jezebel, you have Hagar and Ishmael, you have the Israelites, Jesus was tempted in the wilderness, so like it's a desolate place of God's provision. And so like having that loneliness, that depression, suicidal ideation, like seeing God provide that is really what the whole album's about. Um, yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, and I'll make this brief. That's my three as well. I kind of spoiled it earlier. I
It's
mean,
okay.
I'd say Eremos strays a little bit more from the concept than an album like Come and See. But Eremos, like just song for
Yeah, I'd
song, like
agree.
it's a banger. Eremos is great. So many awesome moments, and again, everything I said about John Keith earlier, is manifest best on this album. I love Grow Wings a lot, but I'd say Eremos is kind of the complete package in some ways that Grow Wings wasn't really, but that's okay because that's not what it was trying to be.
Yeah.
But I do think that warrants it a higher spot on my list. And so Growings isn't on here, but Erebos definitely is. Um, yeah, great album. We can move on.
So
We gotta talk about that feature list though too. Like
yeah, he
True.
has all of
that
GHH.
also makes
Dude,
it.
he's got Tori, he's got Paris, he's got Aaron Cole, he's got Lecrae, 1K for you. Wande
Got
at the
and
time. Wande was great
KB,
on there too.
yeah,
yeah,
KB, no
Anike,
big
rather.
deal.
KB, no big deal. Yep. Am I missing
Andy,
anyone?
Andy,
and
Andy too. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's crazy. He
all
had the
of
big
Shua.
GHH
three.
essentially.
Yeah, no, that's so good. But also, like,
I'll
it's
add,
his album all the way through.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Anyways, all right, Luke, what's your two?
Well, I'll add two things since I didn't share
Oh,
any thoughts
no,
when
do
I
it. Yeah,
named
right. I
it.
forgot.
My
Yeah.
one question is, which do you like his singing better on this album too? Then, since you said it would
Oh,
top.
no. But I'd say
Okay,
that the last two tracks of the album are really
yeah.
just like what Lecrae did with CC4 and those last two tracks into Reconstruction. I think the last two on Eremos really set the tone for Grow Wings because Grow Wings is really just
Oh,
expositing those last two tracks in a lot of ways.
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think he's a good singer since he's been making music more or less. Like, but the production's gotten better, the vocal production's gotten better on Grow Wings. So I'd say Grow Wings is actually better, kind of on that front, I guess. But
Mhm.
Remedy and Trying are both very good songs that are just as good as anything on Grow Wings. If
Yeah,
that
and we
answers your
can't
question,
forget
yeah.
how impressive it was. He pulled out Andy Mineo to get like a give a verse. I think
Yeah,
that's
Andy was really kind of a
credit.
off the grid at that time.
Yeah. And then last thing is Josh, I think to add, like, it is conceptual ways, but it's also you could see it as, I don't know, straying at times. And I think that the idea behind that is tonally, Jake, I remember that was one of the first things you said. Like it just the sound of it is all very well put together. So I think that just creates a mood. And I don't know, we're getting into talking about music. You can't even dissect a butterfly. So yeah, let's move on. Number two for me is that where we're at?
Yeah.
So I picked Anomaly from Lecrae,
Dang,
and
nice.
yeah, I think you could put reconstruction like in parentheses. We just don't want to do that recency bias, but I am fairly certain that reconstruction will kind of just take its place, you know. Um, so since I probably no one else will have that one, I'll just say Anomaly. Like, yeah, it was the number one, great. But Lecrae even says about it, like lyrically, he loves where he was at this point. I think he's returned to form with this reconstruction, but I probably have every word of this album down. The only thing I don't like is just the way I love for King Country, just the conclusion. It just compared to like maybe again Reconstruction, this is why I'd
Yeah.
say maybe a better album. Just the ending, just I just didn't really follow it like into where it goes. But again, this is one of the first albums Lecrae is like super transparent and vulnerable about everything, and it's like this pivot point from like the evangelical like conservative Christian group to where he is now, and it's I don't know, just crazy. I just got to get and it dropped on my birthday, so
Nice.
moving on.
I'll add real
Yeah,
quick too that like I think the funny thing is like Anomaly, I appreciate you put it number two, but I'd say it's like my fourth or fifth favorite Lecrae album.
Mhm.
But like his like five best albums are also like interchangeable, which speaks to just how good his discography is. That like you having
For sure.
Anomaly. Now I don't know if you have another Lecrae album as your number one. I guess we'll find out. But like the fact that
Yeah,
Anomaly is as high as it is for you, like I'm not even bothered by that. Anyways, good
I don't
pick.
know if any of us wanted to pick the same artist for like two albums on this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I almost did.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
who's oh boy, oh boy.
No.
I'll take
No, no, no.
five.
No, don't read
I'm
into my
looking at
list current.
Josh.
There was a anyways, Josh.
all right, so my number two is the album that really got me into Christian hip hop. And you know, Luke, you played around the house a lot.
Oh boy.
I'll listen to it in the car, you know. I think this album was, I guess, like formational for my faith in a lot of ways too, because it got me thinking about a lot of topics like I never thought about. Um, like critically. And yeah, it's all things work together. Really
Mm.
great.
Wow.
Yeah, like the other day I was driving and like facts came on and like
Yes,
I
sir.
scratched every word and I was like, you know, what is it like 9 years later, 8 years later? Like everything he's saying is still so fire and still so relevant, and like, it got me wanting to listen to the rest of the album. And I don't really think there's a low moment
Wow.
on that album. There's some songs that have more of a sad mood or whatever, but that doesn't, take away
Yeah.
from the high points at all. Blessings is great. Like Hammer Time is like some of the only 1K few work I actually enjoy. Um,
Oh,
so yeah, it's a great album. And yeah, I'd say it's my real introduction into CHH.
wow.
Love it.
I actually do have low points that I want to talk about. The come and I actually just skipped them. Like I can't even. So come
Mm,
and get me,
Yeah, mid.
wish you the best, and
Yeah,
then
mid.
can't stop me now.
I like that
Those
one.
three, you like can't stop me now. I think it's an important Lecrae song. I just don't like it. I don't know.
I get it. Yeah.
So all the other ones though, yeah, probably perfect. So I don't know. Did you have any low points on the album? But it for a while, I don't think it. I don't know. We have different perspectives. Did you have any low points on? Did you said you agree with one of those, Jacob? I was
Yeah,
curious.
no, Come and Get Me, Wish You the Best, I think are clearly the two worst songs on the album. If I were to pick like a third worst song, I'd pick Hammer Time, but like it's not even that bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the big thing about that album is that it has some very high highs. And so
Oh
maybe this
yeah.
is a good place for me to transition. My two honorable
Perfect.
mentions I was planning on mentioning were All Things Work Together, and another Lecrae album, Gravity, would probably be my
Yeah.
six. Gravity would be my six. Love Gravity. I'm just bringing them up now. I think it'd be appropriate because my number two is what I believe to be Lecrae's best album. Can anyone guess it?
Rehab.
Nope. Good guess though. It's
Okay, good.
sentimental.
Oh, church clothes. Thank
Church Clothes
goodness.
3, bro. Church Clothes 3.
mm,
Interesting.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's like cutting off
Wow.
a little bit. Yeah, dude. I love Church Clothes 3. I think it's his best project, like altogether. Um, there is no skip on that album, I don't think. I
Hmm.
don't think it has as high of highs as some of his albums. Like I would say Lecrae's
Yeah.
three best songs are probably not on Church Clothes 3, for example. But it is so consistent all the way through. Some of the themes are so good. Production's really good. It was a big step for Lecrae, I think, in production.
Hmm.
Um, it was a great follow up to Anomaly. Um,
Yes, it
yeah,
was.
I think All Things Work Together wouldn't even be what it is without Church Clothes 3 the year before, I don't think. I just really love the project, man. I mean, the song
Wow.
E40 is maybe the worst, but I don't even skip it. Like I don't think it's bad at all.
Yeah.
Misconceptions 3 is probably the best Misconceptions of any of the four, in my opinion. If you say 4 is better, I could agree with that, or I could get down with that a little bit. But
Wow.
all these songs have so much personality, but it's a nice little
Yes.
packed 36-minute project. Gangland is amazing. Deja Vu, Sidelines, Cruising, It Is What It Is,
So you
Forever.
do
Like,
like
there's no
propaganda,
missing. Yeah, Propaganda and Gangland's great.
huh?
Yeah.
His newest album, shout out to it. That is a crazy album. Listen to that.
Yeah, I haven't listened to that
Jacob,
yet. Yeah.
my least favorite on Church Coaster is actually I Want to Know with
Sure.
KB.
Yeah, no, I get that. It is kind of tacked on at the end as a bonus track,
Right,
I
right. I
think,
think that's why.
because it comes after Misconceptions, and I think prior, like up till now, Misconceptions was always the outro, wasn't it? Or am
I
I
don't know
tripping?
actually. Well, because I have a CD of this actually for whatever
I
reason,
might be
and
wrong.
I think it's how it is. I think that's right.
Yeah,
What I'll offer you is this:
do it.
if Jackie Hill Perry was on the Misconceptions 4, I think
yep.
that would have done the job.
Oh, okay.
What
But
do
I
y'all
didn't.
think?
Who was the gal on Church Close 4?
No one knows.
AI the
Sorry.
Anomaly. Is that who it is?
Yeah.
No, no. Was it
Yeah.
actually?
Yes, it
Just
was. It was.
nothing about that verse makes sense.
Dude,
Like
dude, I'm gonna say something crazy. Um,
what?
her verse on Misconceptions 4, I think, is better than Jackie's on Misconceptions 3.
Interesting.
Yeah, dude.
What do you like about, or are you
In
just kind of
fact,
going
I
off the
might say it's
top?
better than Dill's verse on Misconceptions 4.
Wow.
Oh.
That's
That's crazy. What are
Let me
you on?
just pull up the lyrics for.
Dude,
Hold on.
I'm half rage baiting, half not.
Are you trolling? Yeah, I was gonna say you have to be trolling.
I don't know, dude. I don't know enough to say that. But I will say Dill's verse on there is mid.
Yeah,
But
but
I
he
think
does
Misconceptions
good.
4 is generally kind of mid. I don't like the beat. That's the big thing.
Oh,
The
and the
Misconceptions 3
third.
beat is like this S tier banger that nothing comes close to. Misconceptions 3 beat is amazing. And Lecrae's 32 bars on Misconceptions 3
Yes.
is some of his best work ever, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, man. You'll have to
Just
lay
trying to
it
fix
down
my
when you
speaker.
hear that trumpet sound. We know who got the
Yes,
keys to the
sir.
kingdom when the king come. Anyways,
Oh my gosh. And we listened to that while we were all together. That was a highlight.
yeah, dude.
I remember screaming that one.
Yeah, man. So that's my two. Enough said.
Sick.
Um, this is when we're gonna
Last,
get a little heated, I think.
yeah.
Luke, you got your one?
Yes, and I'm sorry. My phone's almost dead, so I'm just trying to
Oh,
figure that
yeah.
out. But can
We'll
y'all still
do.
hear me okay?
Do you want
For
Josh to
what?
go?
No, I'll go.
Okay, we can hear you, yeah.
So, okay, good. Just want to make sure. Number one for me, and it actually might be someone else's,
You think
is
so?
yeah. Um, I'm not quite sure what I want to do. First off, isn't it cool? Number two for all of us is the Lecrae album. That's pretty fun.
True. Word.
Also, I am. This is what I landed on. I'm gonna say both the arrow and sword
Ah, okay, yeah.
collectively
That's fair game.
as one. I am a diehard. Andy, I know you don't. You're not there, but if you want to keep going with that series, I'm here for it. But here's why I put both of them together is because Arrow is it's this duality of like what makes a good album, at least from my tier list. Is it like each song is consistently good, or are there just those super high highs, you know? So Arrow, the first half, it's that consistent, like not a single skip. Like, oh my gosh, that's out EP truly pierces me like an arrow. Sword, like it does have its lows, but I won't talk about those. But the three I like
What's
are,
the low on the sword? I do
Yeah,
want to
there's
hear that.
none.
well, I
Is it
won't say
donuts?
lows. I won't say lows. I'll just say they weren't like as high highs. You know what I'm saying? Let me just pull up the track list real quick.
Is it crazy donuts, friends?
I just need to see the track list so I
Yeah.
can. So almost there. So cool how he like connects it
Yeah.
from the first EP. So those two are great. The first four songs on this, yeah, I love. I do just think it slows down a little bit for me in 5 and 6, and part of the reason too, I think they're like kind of the same. Like narratively, they're kind of the same song for me. Like there's even one verse where the like he's I feel like he says it two times where he's like, we collect the IP address of every, like I feel like he anyway.
That one.
So 7 though, Shame, that
Yeah.
song is like a sweet victory
Yeah,
for Andy
dude.
Minnie.
That's his best work.
Like that is the highest high of the whole project then. So that's why I do want to put both of them together. And yeah, why is it number one? I don't know. It's just number one. Like it's not even like I can't even put words to it. Like it's not like this is the most lyrical or best production. This is just a special album. It just like hits me. So I'll just leave it at that. And Josh, do you want to share your number one and maybe honorable mentions if you had any?
Yeah, I'll just read off my honorable mentions and not say too much about them. Tomorrow We Live, Rise, The Epilogue, Today We Rebel, The People We Became, Work in Progress, and Christopher. And I throw the end on there too. They were all honorable mentions for me. But yeah, my number one is actually also the arrow and the
I
sword.
thought
Uh,
so.
so yeah, I just like personally has affected me so much. Like I would like get lyrics and
Yeah.
like I would get lyrics tattooed on me from that.
Name
Um
a few. Name a few you would tat.
like clarity, for sure. Like I would get like, the arrow going through the cloud,
The tough
imagery,
one.
Um, yeah. Um, I'm not. They're not coming to me right now.
That's okay.
28 years of life. Everybody's crooked, so I'm just do a better job of hiding.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then yeah, like just transitions are great on that album too. Yeah, I get it's two projects, whatever. But yeah, like you really see like it is a good part one and part two.
Right.
And like I think it's so good just because Andy's so honest about a lot of
Yes.
going through. Which, really shame encapsulates all of that. And then the end is like, hey, like, Jesus is the answer and the solution to all these things. And I think the production matches everything he says.
John Bellion.
Um, yeah, which John Bellion helped on that for
Hmm.
sure.
Wait,
Um,
really?
Yeah.
yeah, he helped on Shame. He wrote Friends. He wrote None of My Business.
Oh,
Um, the the lead singer from King's Kaleidoscope, Chad Gardner, I think, wrote a lot on it as well. I think Ace Harris helped a lot with it. But yeah, there's no misses for me. Anxiety into I Ain't Done. Like
right.
I don't know, like this album is my Roman Empire. Like I think about it once a day. Like I'm always, you know, if I'm talking with a friend, sitting with a friend, and we're talking about doubt, like I'm quoting lyrics from Clarity
Right.
to I'm telling them to listen to Clarity, like just personally it's helped me. Production's great, lyrics are great. Like, I can't say enough good about this. I don't think a low moment exists. I'll say I
Mm,
think my least favorite song is probably Lost. But that doesn't imply that it's bad.
interesting.
But
I
it's
want to
definitely
comment
out.
on that.
So
Well, it just kind of
yeah.
feels unnecessary in some ways, doesn't it?
Yeah, in a way. I wish it
Yeah, I
were a
get
little
that.
different. And that's the struggle of like, yeah, it was two separate projects, and they're like cohesively they didn't get like tied together from Lost into Almost There, but like that's okay. Like I don't really think they have to. It can kind of be it's like a disc one, disc two type situation in my opinion.
Hmm.
Um so yeah, that's all I have to say. I could say more, but I don't want to belabor
Yeah.
anything, be
No,
redundant. So
I have two comments if this is okay. Lost actually might be like a top. Oh golly, it's hard to say do that, but it's one of my favorites. Actually, like above 50% or whatever. And that's just because the way it evolves from the intro track of I've Been. I love that. And then he brings in the choir. And I don't know. Obviously, y'all know I'm a choir boy, so I just love what he does there. And that one emotionally as a finale, I think it is perfect. So, no, that's interesting. And then the quote where he says, "Opposite of faith ain't doubt." It's when I got it all figured out. I say that I've used that in so many Bible studies I've been in. And so you're so right. It really is a good
that's a
quotable
for sure.
project. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
say something else I'll say. If you have not ever done this, listen to Shame and then listen to Forever off of for promotional use only back to back. It'll actually
Oh,
it'll change your life.
noted.
Um yeah. I like if there were one more song I would put on that album, it would be Forever. And I'd like put it as like kind of like a bonus track after Shame. So
It's not on Spotify though, right?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just on YouTube
Okay.
in my files. But
Okay. All right, Jacob, close us out.
Yeah, well, I'll say one thing about Arrow and Sword because I think it's a very reasonable pick, but it's not in my top five, even though it could have been.
Sure.
Because, I mean, I just can't get over the fact that even if you put the two together, it still feels like it's missing a lot. Because, like, even the
Wow.
Arrow on its own is realistically only three tracks. You got an intro and an outro that depend on each other. You have Anxiety, which is not really a full track, it's kind of an
Interlude.
interlude. And so that leaves you with Clarity, Family Photo, and I Ain't Done. Three songs which also are very disjointed from one another. And then the Sword has more material and more cohesive. And you put them together, I think it's a good listen through. But
Yeah.
what I would have loved is if Andy took the material from these two projects, from Work in Progress and from Neverland 2, and made one album out of that. I think it would have been the
Mm,
greatest thing we've ever seen in our lives.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
you
that's
know,
fair.
so I respect the
So-
take. I think it's good material on there. And yeah, Shame is something else, bro. But
Yes,
I didn't
sir.
even include it as an honorable mention, even though I could have. I
Yeah.
respect the pick. I will say this though, I'm very surprised that my number one isn't on either of your lists.
Oh
Um,
boy.
yeah, dude, and I feel like you guys know what my number one is.
What it is. Yeah.
I talk about it all the
I
time.
know.
I would say that
Mm.
this is the only one on my list that I'm like sure about was my number one because I feel
Oh.
like this album just clears. I'm obsessed with this album and I have been for 8 years now. It
No
is Today
clue.
We Rebel by KB.
Oh, I'm
I
shocked it's not
freaking
on
love this
Josh's.
album. Luke, you're kind of quiet. Are you like muffled microphone?
Sorry, my bad.
Oh, was that what it was?
Is it good now or no?
Yeah, it's better, I think. What do you think, Josh?
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, dude, Today We Rebel, I feel like even the one song on there that I just made fun of for so long and just like pretended it wasn't on the album, since I've come back to it, which is Prime Time, like it's not even as bad as I remember it. It's not as good as the other songs, but it's not, I could compare it to other things. Anyways, I could compare it to other things that people would get upset at in this Discord call. That's whatever.
No, bro, we're here for it.
No. I don't want to intentionally just say provocative things. We got to get through this.
Bro, that's what we're here for.
No. Like intentionally provocative. Like I don't even know if I agree with it. I'm just gonna say it anyways. No.
Yeah, you have to. You have to
No.
know.
We're gonna talk about the album. Today We Rebel, dude. I'm just gonna read for you guys a couple of the closing tracks. This album ends with a run. Okay, so it starts with the intro, DNOU, and then Tempo, which was a single, Monster, Prime Time. So far, like that's like the weakest part of the album is the beginning. And then you have Get Through with Lecrae, which is a big deal song, I think. I love that song. And then you get the Art of Drifting, Art of Hope 1-2, which there is not a better 1-2 punch in anyone's discography in Christian hip hop ever, I don't think, as far as a 1-2 goes. Art of Drifting, Art of Hope. And then you get Not Today Satan as a response to those two songs. Then you get I Am Not the One with just that crazy production outro. Then you get New Portrait, Bring You War, Sing to You, Rebel intro, Rebel Rebel 88. Like I don't think that from Get Through to Rebel Rebel 88, I don't think there is a better 9-track run ever made in music as far as I'm concerned.
Say that one more time. Get through to Rebel.
Get through to Rebel Rebel 88. 9 tracks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well, one's like intro kind of, but yeah, for sure.
There's not a better 10-track run anywhere else in music, I don't think. This song is so profound. It ministers so much to myself and many others. I literally use New Portrait as teaching material for a youth lesson
Whoa.
to introduce a series on Luke's Gospel. Think of how often you hear Not Today Satan get played so much that it's getting annoying. It is that good of a song, though. That third verse, KB's third verse on there. I know your ways. Already read all your plays. Oh, come on, somebody.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and I would say, if I were to say, okay, what's the best track on here, or the most significant to me personally, it's Art of Hope. That song is a masterpiece, and Sing to You is right up there as well. The middle of Sing to You, the second verse before the big choruses.
Oh my
Lord, Lord, why so many holes in me? Then I looked at the hands that were holding me. He said, I know you, son. I got holes too. Come on. That's KB. That's when he peaked as a writer, I think. I don't think he's been quite back to that, because that's crazy. That is crazy bars.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. It's a like, I don't want to say it's perfect because of Prime Time, but it's perfect enough. Yeah, I just think Prime Time could be so bad that it could be like, for example, a No Big Deal song, and it still wouldn't even shake the album. You know what I'm saying? Anyways,
brick for brick is the prime time. Prime
yeah,
time
dude. And Brick for Brick is way worse than Prime Time. If it were even Brick for Brick, dude, it still wouldn't shake the album, bro. It'd still be number one. Because you just don't need it. I just don't need that. I just don't need a track there. Prime Time. You can pretend it doesn't exist and skip it all your life, which I did for about 6 years. It didn't change anything. Anyways, Yeah, man, that's my number one, and I feel so strongly about that. You have no idea. Maybe you do have an
I
idea now.
respect. I
Anyways,
respect. I'll share a few thoughts.
oh, go for it.
Number one, I'm so happy KB is on this
True.
because
Yeah, he
he wasn't.
wasn't.
Um, and again, if we would all list a million honorable mentions, one that would come up is totally this, and then totally, Josh, you would not agree, but HGA2, like when you think about that album in the grand narrative of CHH, like it's in the conversation. I agree with you that the weak point is actually the beginning, but I would expand that the first four, actually the first five, even with Get Through, yeah, they're just kind of, I don't know. Because I think what I don't like is I compare this album to All Things Work Together a lot, and I love Aha better on What You Mean. I just feel like because again, Aha or All Things Work Together has a lot of features like right in the earlier songs, and I just like all those ones better compared to those opening ones here. And Get Through, I love it. But like I compare it to Sideways, and for whatever reason, I just like Sideways more. Maybe that opinion's changed, but Lecrae just seemed kind of off for whatever reason. I don't know, but no, Ty Brazel. I don't know if you're gonna say something about him. His new projects, Titanium, they're worth a listen if y'all haven't looked into those. Those are pretty fun. But no, I think I couldn't agree with you more, and I appreciate how you specified the end of the album as like this cohesive thing. Like that, yeah. You could honestly, for me, make like eliminate the first four because Do Not DNO You and Tempo. I actually just don't like those songs really. So anyway, those are some of my thoughts. But I really respect this pick, Jacob.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. And I get what you're saying about Aha a little bit. I'll say about Get Through and comparing that with Sideways or like Home Team, which came out right after the album. As far as
True.
KB and Lecrae goes, like Get Through is um, even to this day with Miracles being a newer one. I feel like this is
Mm-hmm.
the only time that the two of those guys have gotten together to make like kind of a melancholic song, which is what Get
Mm.
Through is. And that's what I really like about it is those two guys who definitely can do that and can communicate that sort of stuff and be vulnerable in that way. And they're kind of doing it together for the first time. I feel like Get Through
Yeah,
is a really profound moment. I always appreciated it, and I don't really, yeah, I've never compared it to any of the other ones that they've collabed on. Anyhow,
you're
yeah,
right on.
Ty I think has gotten better since 2017. Um,
Mhm.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
KB had this like mentorship program. He was talking about it on his podcast. He never name dropped anyone, but he had this artist like mentorship program. And I think what happened is Ty Brazel was on it, so naturally he's gonna like want to have him on what is that song? I think that's some of the backstory.
yeah. I
So
mean,
anyway,
I know they've been close, and yeah, I don't know.
yeah. Josh, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, it's a respectable pick. I never thought about it in terms of like, best 10 song run or whatever, that's true. I agree more with you about Get Through, Luke. I don't love Lecrae's part.
That's surprising to
You
hear
know,
from you guys. I love that song so much.
Mm,
I remember skipping that song a lot when I used to listen to that album more regularly. But yeah, Art of Drifting and Art of Hope
yes.
are good. Same tier as Sweet Victory and Shame and Christian Song for
Mm,
sure. Remedy and Trying and all that. Um, yeah, a good project.
yeah. I think I loved what Get Through was going for. It just didn't execute it but I still, yeah. No, I would maybe agree best like longest run of songs that are flawless. I think I could get on that boat because this is one I keep coming back to and loving more. You can't really say that about too many albums. So,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. I'll say one more
Okay,
thing about Get Through. The singing
please.
too. Come on, the singing. We've not mentioned that. Like, it's amazing. I don't even know who's singing on that song. I have no idea. But it's freaking great, man.
Yeah.
And I think
Um,
KB's flow on there is a flow that he's not done any other time.
hmm,
Anyways, I would encourage you guys to re-listen to it. That's all.
I
Anyways,
will. No, I will. I'll
yeah,
probably all of these. I'm gonna come back. I'm so excited. This was like I don't know how y'all are feeling. Obviously, it's only 11 for me and later for y'all, but this just got me so hype and
yeah,
I
dude.
loved it. And like, this is what it's for. I love that we're not just texting because it's so annoying to do that. Like, have flush out these convos. So good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Success.
yeah. Gotta get to bed.
Yeah, dude,
Yes.
it's 1 a.m.
Well,